Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all of thy heart. Lean not into thy own understanding. In all of thy ways acknowledge him, and he will direct thy path. This piece of art speaks to me because without it, I don't think that I would be here today. Yes, I am a Christian. I'm spiritual, of course, but this piece of art has always spoken to me because it has guided me and shown me things that people would say aren't true. So I'll explain. December 2013, me and my 2-year-old son were invited to Christmas in Atlanta, Georgia, with my uncle and his family. I had never been on a plane. I'd never traveled by myself, especially in large cities ever. I was terrified of big cities. So, of course, I was beyond stressed out just by the travel of it. On the Amtrak, I met a woman. She was an older woman, and she was going to the airport the opposite way of me. But she let us take a cab with her to the L train. She directed me on what to do and where to go, step by step. When it was time for her to leave me, she explained that it was going to be okay as long as I followed her directions. So when we got to the airport, everything went just fine. When I got on the flight, the man that was sitting next to me let me hold his hand the entire time we were on the plane because I'm afraid of heights and I was freaking out. I really was. I'm not going to lie. When we got off of the flight, he took me to get my bags and he made sure I got to where I needed to go. Thank God for him because I was lost the whole time. It was a very big airport and I had no idea what I was doing. Our trip went well. The family had a great time with us, and I really enjoyed myself. When it was time for us to come back from the trip, we were running late, so inevitably I missed my flight, and I had to pay for a new ticket. I had $40 to my name. The ticket was $60, and the bag was $20. So I began calling family, panicking, hyperventilating, crying. I was freaking out. I really thought I was going to be stranded in Atlanta, Georgia, in the biggest airport known to man. To me, anyways. And a woman in her family, she walked up to me and she put $60 in my hand. She said, "I understand what it's like to travel with a child alone." At a loss for words, I just hugged her and I ran to the ticket counter. I needed that ticket. I needed to get home. I turned back to find her just so that I could say thank you once again. It had only been a few seconds. And she was gone, her and her whole family. Now understand when I say this that you may think I'm crazy, but she was walking down a hallway that was completely empty with no doors to go out and no doors to go anywhere. It was at least 300 feet in length. And she disappeared. To me, that's a miracle. To me, an angel came to my rescue that day, and I think it's because of the verse. Trust in the Lord with all of thy heart, and I trust him completely. The whole time I was freaking out, I did nothing but ask him for help. Lean not into thy own understanding. I thought I was going to be stranded in Atlanta, Georgia. I really did. But I didn't let that get the best of me. And he directed my path the entire way, from step by step, every single part of the way. So that is why this piece of art speaks to me the best. Proverbs 3.